Good morning, traders. Venderman here with FuturestraderElite. I'm gonna hop into these charts here. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Give it just a few minutes, a few more seconds before I get started. See if we get some people loaded in here. Man, they just put in some kind of wild candle 6 minutes ago right here. I don't know what that's about. I hope that ain't what the day is going to be like, because I've seen some craziness like this earlier in pre-market as well. You know, about 821 or 824 to 874 or something. Wild candle push back down. Looks like we have kind of pushed into the overhead of the 4-hour candle back here around 8:30 market time, and we've been downward ever since. Looks like, you know, ideally what we're going to want to see, what I want to see anyway, is we got about 15 minutes or so before the market opens, and I would like to see them do some kind of push down further, have all the momentum indicators, you know, sold off. They're all pretty sold off right now, but, you know, maybe come down here, test the bottom side of the 4-hour zone. We got the 50 EMA on the 30-minute here with the pre-market low and a 4-hour zone trend line running through here. All that's a lot of confluence in there. I'd like to maybe see a push down there to maybe get long in. Morning, Swain. Morning. What are they doing down here this morning? You know, I was hoping that, here they go, wanting to push this up all of a sudden. Oh my goodness, what's going on? We got like 10 minutes. What are they doing? Something going on in the news this morning. ATR is like 22. Come on now, it ain't done this in forever. Right before the market opens. Kind of shoots the plan, I don't know. I still want to say, you know, I would have rather seen a push down into this 30-minute 50 EMA down here, but looks like they want to rip this, so I don't know what's going on. I wouldn't chase it. I wouldn't jump in it. I'm going to leave that alone. And that's why right there. that's any indication on the kind of day we're going to have today, they're going to be whippersawing everybody. We're all going to have whiplash. All going to have whiplash. We got a let's see here. So we got our pre-market high up here in the 4-hour zone around 900. The R1 pivots at 898. So a lot of confluence. We got the R1 pivot, the pre-market high, the all-time high, all sitting inside a 4-hour zone up there. Previous day high here, of course, which they've already swept that here, but then found rejection up here out of the 4-hour, dropped down. Overnight high sitting right here, 864. They've kind of pierced a lot of these levels. This red line here is a liquidity shelf, and so is this yellow one. You know, I'll pay attention to those, especially with the 15-minute 50 EMA sitting between them. To the downside, we have the yellow liquidity shelf, trend line, 4 hours, 4-hour precision entry zone, pre-market low, 30-minute 50 EMA, all right here. So a lot of confluence stuck right here in this area for maybe a bounce. Onto the downside, we have another 4-hour box down here from 775 to 765. We have got the prior open at 776 right here above the 4-hour zone, 60-minute 50 EMA just below it. So I kind of like this area down here. And I'm not going to go no further. Well, I guess we should. We got the overnight low in this 4-hour box down here. 737 to 727. Then the overnight low is at 727. And then we got the golden pivot at 725 plus the prior close, I think is what this is down here. Below that. Yeah, prior close. So, I mean, there's some stacked things going on in each one of these areas. This box down here has some confluences with it. This 4-hour has some confluences with it. This has several with it. And then, of course, this has several for a possible rejection. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know what's going on in the news. Maybe they just bust through this like it's not even there. But 4-hour zone, done tapped it, rejected, tried to test it again. Bigger drop. R1 pivot, pre-market high, all-time high. So, things to keep in mind. We got 7 minutes or so before the market opens. Hey, good morning, Merlin. Don't forget to smash that like button on the stream today. Help grow the community out there. We're going to try to have put our trade plans together, or plan our trades and then trade our plans and, see what's going on. The ATR has already been kind of weird the last 5 minutes. It was up over 25 a second ago. Now it's down to 10. Hey, what's going on, Jake? So, patience. We'll see what happens when the market opens. I think that I probably might wait after the first 15 minutes closes, unless they come into a zone that looks pretty solid. Maybe if they keep driving this up and get another rejection out of this 4-hour at the top here and reject back down to this box down here where the pre-market low is with the 30-minute 50 EMA in it and all that, I could get behind that. Go on and tag this, reject it to open, come down here, range it, come back to the pre-market low, take that long. It really just depends. Not just take it because it gets back here. We need to see what it looks like when it gets there. Could look horrible when it gets there, or it could look like a great entry for long. We'll take a look at it if it happens. remember, stay disciplined and stay in control. We are, I think, coming up on about 4 minutes to open. See if we can't land us some nice trades today. Hopefully the market isn't too crazy, whipping around. Yeah, I don't think there's any market news like that. But I'm more concerned about all the news going on with the Middle East and the peace deals and all that, because it seems like every day there's something somebody puts in the news and has some sort of effect on the market. Now oil is up this morning still, so I guess I can have a look at that again up close before the market opens. I mean, oil took a decent drop yesterday afternoon, got over 3/4 of it back, but then dropped overnight, and now it's almost come all the way back to where it was at 92. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I think there's too much indecision going on, you know. Jake said Trump speaks today at 2:30 market time, so you know, probably be no position times. Everybody exit their positions. Let's see here. We got about just over 3 minutes, it looks like, barely over. About 2 minutes and some seconds here. I mean, man, it's crazy. They're already driving it way back up here. It's like they're almost extending it on the momentum already. In the last 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I'll probably stay on the sidelines at the open. If I had to guess, I'd probably be on the sidelines. Seven mini time, huh? We got about 35 seconds before the market opens. You know, maybe size down at the start of the market if you are going to do any trading in the first 15 minutes. Just an idea, maybe size down in case they open wild and don't show us anything definitive really right out of the gate. Morning Gore, I really like this area down here where this pre-market low is. So market's open. Let's see what they do. ATR hopped up to like 23 or 24. See how they're going to drag this back down towards that pre-market low. Like I said, I could get behind the trade from down here long, maybe. Oops. Especially if it was a fast drop down into here. So of course the 4-hour candle that we're working on right now has about 28 minutes before it closes, and they didn't quite sweep the high. You would kind of think that they would sweep the high of that candle if they're going to try to take this down, and the high of course is around 900, so right up here at that pre-market high, you would have thought maybe they'd sweep that before driving this down, unless they want to head down there and snag the close to the bottom of the 4-hour candle and reverse this back up. Yeah, come on down there fast and smack in a rip back to the upside. Forward high was put in around 892. Oh, come on. Hey, there's a nice little push out of that trend line there. Adjusted my order to where it's just 1 instead of 3, because the way they did that and pushed up could mean they might try to push through this level, maybe. And if they do, I don't want to have too many. That way, if I can stay in it and manage the trade instead of cut it, I can buy some more. It goes against me a little bit, but ideally I would think we'd get the bounce out of there, but now the risk ain't the same because of the prior candle. And there's room on the 2 and 5 minute to expand past this level. If they really wanted to, though, they would want to sweep the bottom of this 4-hour candle now that they're back down here. So we would be thinking, oh, something down in here maybe, possibly. Low's about, well, it's about 805. Yeah, I kind of like that better, I think. Maybe we get one more solid push to the downside here. Maybe not. We'll see. The one looking like it wants to bounce here a little bit. 2 and 5, not so much though. ATR sitting around 18 or so. So far, doing a pretty good job protecting this area down here in this yellow liquidity shelf line. Trend line was there. So now we got our orb low down here at the top of the 4-hour box. Still got several minutes left before the 15-minute candle closes. There's some that 60-minute 50 EMA is sitting down there in some imbalance. There's some imbalance down there on the 15-minute chart. I don't know if it can get there, but there's some down there. They're struggling getting it above the 50 EMA on the 1 minute and the 5 minutes right there. So we'll see if they can push some more downside out of this. 1 minute's trying to curl, but the 2 and the 5 minutes still have some room to come down. But if they can get this and close above the 50 EMA on the 1 minute and 5 minute, then maybe they try to push it back up. Just keeping calm while I walk on this here treadmill. Keeping my hands off the trigger. Nothing, no real exciting move or anything right out of the gate just yet, you know. Not quite got the 15-minute in yet. Is anybody taking any trades right out of the gate? Doing some sort of scalping? Well, that candle. Okay. Gore, yeah. Gore done took some trades. Come on, come on. That's crazy. They pushed it all up like that. It was a nice looking candle, but then they closed it real close to the 50 EMA there. Would have looked a lot better had they closed it up in this box somewhere. They just about filled that imbalance. There's a little bit left. Like they're trying to turn it on all three lower time frames, it looks like. Try and go long here for some expansion in this leg. Here you'll have the right here break of structure play. come up here and hopefully can break structure up here at 865. Push. Push. Break structure. Should automatically tag this order up here if they break its structure here. Should get its next leg up pretty fast. Looks like it don't want to do it though. And better put that there, that way I can stop out. Push, 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 push. Nice. Push. Got it. Push on up there. Plenty of room. Oh, knock me out. They got plenty of room to expand there to get higher here. See if they come up here and try to test this orb high and reject, because or not even quite get there, because right now we're putting in, you know, lower highs and lower lows here. Lower high, lower high. This was a lower low down here. This is a lower low here. So maybe watch for rejection up here in this area somewhere possibly. Snag just an itty bitty base hit out of that myself. But those base hits add up. Yes, they do. Got about 12 minutes for this 4-hour candle to close. The orb is locked in on the 15 minutes, so your orb high up here around 892 and down here around 813 or so. Got about 11.5 minutes or so to lock the 4-hour candle in. It's got about 100 points of range. I was looking to see if they would sweep one into that 4-hour candle that they're about to lock in before it closes, but we're kind of sitting not quite in the middle, but 806 to the downside and 900 to the upside. So, and this could be here. Maybe they want to drive down here and push, but then they'd be putting in a lower low again. It could be, you know, what if they'd be sweeping out of the bottom of the orb, but they'd be tagging all this confluence down here with the pre-market low, 4-hour zone, 30-minute 50 EMA if they do sweep. So, well, actually at 806, they would have to sweep past that. Now, that's what I was looking at earlier. That's why I had ordered down around 790, thinking they might sweep this area. But then you'd have to hold with caution, because if they could sweep that area, what they decide to tag this area with the 1-hour 50 EMA sitting down here on this 4-hour box and the prior day open. Just have to tread lightly. There's room to expand to the downside to sweep this area. I don't know if they could sweep it. If they swept and got down to this zone, the lower zone here, they'd be really extended on the oversold side. But it could make for a great long entry if they wanted to drive this market back up. Oh, come on. See, now there's some imbalance on the 30-minute chart that would be able to tag the bottom of this 4-hour zone at 765, where this 1 hour is. But look at that, how they pushed up out of that. That's a pretty clean push there. Yeah, like 30 points already, or better, 40. Beautiful reaction out of that zone. You'd almost think this might be opportunity to buy back in if you missed the entry down here, but I don't know. I feel like this could go lower here, so I'm gonna hold off on that. ATR is back up around 20. Nice. Special K caught the drop on that drop. Pull back. Looks like that was a good call to do so with that nice little drive there. I missed it. What a bummer. I missed it. Don't forget to smash that like button on the stream if help push it out in YouTube further. Help grow the community. Try to work our way up to where we got a few hundred people trading together at least. Or a few hundred people waiting with discipline and sitting on the sidelines. I mean, to look at this overall situation that we have going on here, this is all pre-market. Okay, and then bam, market open, and now we're chop. Nothing. Chop, chop, chop. Literally one leg bounce, and now we're ranged here. So we'll see. I guess it's time to sit back, relax, and get some Uncrustables if you're hungry. And enjoy watching the chop. Right, PB and J. Pull back and jam. Pull back and jam. Was that another opportune time to buy the pullback for a little bit of, I don't want to, I guess we could be scalping there, but I'd rather wait for some expansion one way or another. I should have left my order sitting down here close to that 30-minute 50 that I had on there earlier. That would have been a great entry into that trade. But no, I moved it. Or I took it off screen anyway. Oh, that's part of it, I reckon. Still putting in lower highs here, though. And lower lows because of that wick. So let's try to make sure we're aware that that looked good the way they pushed that up, but it looks horrible that it stopped at the overnight high and rejected. So if they come back and break this, another lower low, we're going to eventually end up down here somewhere, probably, if they do that. So just to be aware of, that's the way the market's building itself out right now to look like. But at any given moment, like this candle, tweet, tweet, bam, straight to the top of the screen, and then everything looks different. Excuse me. While I'm sitting and waiting. Wow, what are they doing here? They hear me talking bad and they're going to try to go put in a higher high. Looking for the reject at the pre-market high, Gore says. Don't sound like a bad plan. I'll take that short as well. If the momentum, if the kill zone agrees with that, I'll take it. So I know that earlier I'd put in chat that if we got like at the beginning of the chat, I think I put if we had like 30 likes on the stream today, I'd give away a copy of the FTE Trader Mindset book. So today, while we're on, I am going to pull things out of that book and talk about them on the stream, just here or there, bits and pieces. When we get a little slower, things slow down, we're getting some chop. Not the whole thing. Thing's almost 100 pages, so, but just little areas. Oh, look at that! Did you get that, Gore? Get it. I can't get in that yet. I gotta wait and see how it closes. Gotta remember, we're in a bullish. The bias is bullish on the market. So, regardless of what's going on in the news, and since we are, I mean, that could be all the rejection we get out of that area, and then it could keep pushing forward, plowing forward. That's what the bullish market's been doing lately. Every day, it seems like. We'll see how it reacts. I mean, if they take out all-time highs up here, you might as well think possible to the moon today sometime. And here they go. Are they going to push it up and say, nope, you get 20-point pullbacks today? That's all you get. Deal with it. Market is not being our friend. Still in a range here, so we'll see. Come on, push down there and get it. Give me my base hit. Give me my base hit. My base hit. You can tap the 50. Man, things got all kinds of room to expand down to here, though. Maybe I need to go to the 15-minute. Beautiful. Why didn't I take 7 minis, Jake? Beautiful. Nice. Nice little short there. Nice job, Gore. Yeah, that was quick right there, wasn't it? It was quick, quick. Oh, might be some news. Here, let me go look at something. No, that ain't nothing. Jake got some of the drop. Yep, swing right back up. It's like, that's the story. That's the storyline. I don't mind if they want to play this game like this today. I'm fine with that, but that means if they're going to do this, I want to buy when it comes back to the trend line or the 50 EMA on the 1 minute and just keep grinding it up. See, now here we got, oh, look at this. What do they got going on? We put in a higher low here, higher low, higher low. We put in a higher high than this one and this one. So they could start getting into this bull grind here, possibly. And maybe do it for a little while. We'll see. Excuse me. So what we would really want to see, we don't want to see them push too hard here. If they want to do this, let's, you know, come back and retest the trend line. Don't make the legs too big going up, you know, take it up some, bring it back so we can, if they're going to do this, I'm going to try to get long in the next pullback. And if they do play this, then I'm going to try to add to my position if they're going to get in some kind of trend right here. ATR is around 17. You know, they keep tapping up into this all-time high. Of course, they broke it. They swept it anyway. Ah, oops. That box was somewhere, probably about right there. Or not, it was sitting in that yellow line, or on that yellow line. Oh my gosh. What in the world? Frustrating. That's where that box was. So now there's the new all-time high. We get us a pullback, you know, let's say down here somewhere. No, maybe they come down here. Get us to the 21 EMA. Maybe the overnight high. We'll probably get behind something like that. Because they put in a higher high here. Come back and tag the line, put a lower low. I mean a higher low in. Well, maybe they want to keep going up first. I'll tell you what we don't do. We don't chase price. Price comes to us. Price will come to us. Are they going to give us the pullback here for the bounce? Bounce. Bounce. They don't put in another high there. See, it's going to be a day they're going to slow grind, probably to the upside, and I'm going to have to keep moving my line. Kind of surprised they're doing it like that, considering oil's like $91.50, $92 a barrel. I'm going to talk a little bit real quick about the emotional side of trading, and something that everybody should understand and be aware of is that the markets know exactly how to manipulate you, and NQ in particular is designed to attack. It'll attack your fear, your greed, your impatience, your ego, and your need to be right. Now, price action is literally built around false breakouts, liquidity sweeps, fake reversals, early signals, delayed confirmations, trap candles, and stop hunts. And none of that is by accident. The market makes money by making you make emotional decisions. And the ones who survive long term are the ones who don't respond emotionally at all to any of that. That'll make you show up the next day. That's just one little snippet out of the mindset book. What you got? Let me see. Open that mouth. What you got? Oh, nothing like having horses where they can just lay their head on you when you're at your desk. Well, Jeff, it ain't that NQ is actually, it shouldn't be challenging. It becomes that because of those things, because of people's emotions. Uh, uh, Big Al. It's the FTE Trader Mindset book. If I get enough likes on the 30 likes on the stream today, I'm going to choose somebody out of the chat to give a copy to. And I figured if I was going to, that I would just scroll through and, you know, find some snippets out of it and talk about it on the stream, you know. Man, what are they doing? They didn't give me no kind of pullback. All right. It's going to be extended if it gets up there. Get extended. All-time highs.